Our next presentation will be from Sean Hise. You know him from plenty of other companies that he's been at.
He's been around.
Yeah, and was an AC at one time, and then a gaffer, and you name it.
Well.
And now he's representing Cineo Lighting, who is now part of NBC,
Part of NBC Universal. Exactly.
And tell us about the new lights.
Well, hi. Good afternoon. Thanks for being here. Appreciate your attention. I'm here to introduce our new light, which is a Cineo ReFlex 15. It's been 2 years in development, 2 years of R&D, and it's a new hybrid fixture. It's a new breed of light. It's an LED hard light, which is a relatively new thing. This is a nice little view of it. I'm showing a prototype today. We're going to have production models very soon, within the next couple weeks. Just give you a little look at this, and the way you might notice in this little video clip, the difference. It's very different than the way traditional fixtures are put together. There's new technologies involved in this, at least 4 new technologies in this fixture in particular. One of them being the immersion cooling, which is significant because of the number of LED emitters that are packed into this tower. So we use a dielectric coolant, which is what has been used traditionally to keep hard drives cool in server farms. So the immersion cooling system is a sealed system. It's non-conductive. The fluid itself is odorless, colorless. There's no pressure in the system. There's no heat generated. And then the CSPs, the arrays, are new. We've managed to pack about 4,000, a little over 4,000 emitters into the chip package, which allows us to get 125,000 lumens, which is pretty bright for an LED fixture. The chip arrays are configured in 9 concentric circles, and we are allowed that allows us to then control the beam angle from 15 to 75, but it also allows us to have the 9-zone beam shaping, which is unique as well. We call it a hybrid. I call it a hybrid because it's very versatile. With the reflector on, it's a hard light, but the reflector can be removed, and you can add a snapback or an octagon or a balloon light, and you can have a very big, bright, soft light. So it gives you a lot of options. One of the key features is the new touch screen, which makes everything very simple to use, very intuitive. You have a little tool menu for diagnostics. You have basic beam control. In the basic mode, you have dimming, you have Kelvin, and you have your beam angle. And I'll demonstrate that here in a second. Second mode is a beam where you have the 9 beam full control over all the concentric patterns. You have all the wireless connections. It's fully DMXable. Flicker-free dimming from 0 to 100%. DMX in and out. Integrated lumen radio. It's 60 pounds, which is a little heavy, but it's a 2-person lift. It's not too bad. It's 1,500 watts. It only draws 15 amps. So it makes it, basically you plug it into a wall. You could plug it in your home if you wanted to. There are some reinforced hanging points on the back, which allow you to hang it directly facing down if you wanted, without any heat buildup. You can literally go, even though this has been on 100% since I started. Well, I was showing you how I can actually touch this tower, which it's not a lamp, traditional sense. So it's counterintuitive to reach in there and touch it, but you can do that. That's one of the cool things about it. Basically, it's silent, active cooling. So there's a radiator that circulates the coolant. There are 4 little computer fans that keep the radiator cool, and everything in there is going to be sealed in a sealed system, and it will be weatherproof, water resistant. You can take it out in the rain. Basically, it's going to be something, it's going to be a workhorse fixture. You're going to be able to do a lot of things with it. There are going to be certain things you can replace. It's about a 6K par HMI, about that equivalent, 10K incandescent. Anything in between there, you'll be able to use it to replace or to use in conjunction with. And then I'll show you the variable beam control. The color temperature range is 27 to 65, and again, it's 1500 watts. So I'll just do a little demo real quick. It's a pretty simple fixture, actually. So this is 100%. And so at 100% at 30 feet, 4,300, you have about 500 foot candles, which is pretty bright. So you're able to adjust your beam angle. All this is happening digitally. The final software version will have an evenly illuminated flat field. So when you zoom out or widen your beam angle, you're not going to lose intensity in the center. It's going to maintain its even illumination across the field. Obviously, you don't have to use the touchscreen. You can use DMX, you can use wireless. There are presets. There's a preset library. You can add presets. You can record effects. You create effects with through DMX with the board. Then you can record them. There's a 32 gig hard drive on board. So you would just store them in your file folder, and there's a USB in and out. You can take the effects, the presets with you on your next job, plug it in, upload them, you're ready to go. Pretty basic, 8-bit, 16-bit. You know, you've got your linking and unlinking. You've got some diagnostic tools. There's a clock, log that keep your log files. So you have a continuously running clock. You can use for diagnostics. You can take the metadata if you need it. You can recreate whatever you did with the light 6 months ago, 2 weeks ago, simply by uploading the log file. So it's very much looking towards the future. It has Ethernet. It has the Lumen radios built in. Pretty much any wireless protocols you want to use. So not overly complicated. Fill in the center if you like, to whatever degree. You also have control over color temperature in this mode as well. So this is basically 11 channels and 8-bit, so it's not overly complicated there either. It just allows for a lot of creative possibilities, being able to.
So it seems like it might be a replacement for maybe a 6K, but you can plug it into a wall.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. You get a nice hard light. I've had it out on set. We've actually put it on film a couple times. You get a nice crisp shadow. The color is wonderful. It's a full spectrum white light. And yeah,
Very impressive.
yeah.
Thank you, Sean.
The output, everybody's been very happy with the output. Yeah, so.
Obviously. Thank you.
Sure.